Hello everyone, I hope that you're doing well. We just got ourselves some amazing news that Baldur's Gate 3's patch 8 will be releasing on Tuesday, April 15th for PC, PS5, Xbox, and Mac. So this was just announced today, Baldur's Gate 3 coming out literally in a few days. This is what I was saying earlier. They typically in the past, anytime a patch was about to come out, they'd be like, hey, it's coming next week. Boom, it came out. Like this literally happened the last time when patch 7 came out, which is super exciting. So I'll be going over everything related to this newest update, as well everything that we do know, and some cool things. Also, just a little heads up that Baldur's Gate 3 is on for 20% off right now. So if you have a friend that you want to play with, like maybe you're on PlayStation 5 and you want to play with someone on PC, it's on sale right now. Maybe a little gift for them, you know? It's great because there's crossplay coming, as well as this awesome photo mode, which I realize you can actually have the dog. you can do a bunch of different poses with the dog. What the dog doing? Well, I'm going to show you. So the photo mode is one of my favorite new additions to the game. It's not everyone's favorite. I'll be covering the subclasses as well as what crossplay is going to look like, but you can see here the dog is looking right at me. So yeah, you can choose different appearances for the dog. You can make the dog sleep. I actually didn't know that you could get the dog to change how it looks, which is amazing. It also has a bunch of different sub expressions here, different poses. So we got up sitting there. We can make the dog attack. You can make it lie down. You can make a play. You can make a point, sitting and standing. So this is super exciting. I'm a huge fan of the sorcerer. So being able to have a dog and actually use the dog in photo mode is amazing. The photo mode itself has a lot to it. So you can see here, I got everybody dancing in the background. I'm dancing. So you got full control over everything here. You can make them do a variety of different dances, different poses as well. Like there's there's actually quite a few. You can make them look over the shoulder like that. So you got like the model pose. And then there's also a bunch of different sub poses here. So for every single one of these, you can make them do a whole lot of different appearances. I love this. Photo modes are typically some of the most fun things in gaming. Like Cyberpunk had a really good one. I really enjoyed like Red Dead Redemption 2, Spider-Man 2. There's just so many fun ways you can play around with these. You can even do the Ginyu Force. So yeah, it's really amazing. They did a lot with these. So I'm very happy with what we got all going on here. You can even do a Kamehameha. So this is perfect for anyone that is a fan of Dragon Ball, or really, they have a lot of poses from different genres of shows, movies, etc. So love it. It's amazing just to see how much you can do with this photo mode. I think this is one of the best photo modes that I've ever used, and I'm someone that uses photo mode quite a bit, and I still think that this is one of the better ones out there. So we got that all coming. Crossplay being a big one for a lot of people, because I have friends that are on PlayStation. I have a PlayStation copy of the game, but I typically prefer to play on PC just because it's a little bit easier to use keyboard and mouse. I know a big thing is being able to play with your friends, but mods is another question which I want to get into. Previously, I covered on a Reddit thread of Kate's who made the better a lot of the UI mods, like better hotbar 2, better sidebar. There's literally like 20 different mods that they made. They posted on Reddit saying that they had made it work. So the imp UI mod was previously not working. They got it to work on day 1 of the stress test. So they have something that could work, because I know that there's a lot of concern about mods breaking. And that's definitely a valid concern, because if you're on console, it causes a lot of issues. So I think we will have this. It has a completed version, and I don't think Larian would release this without if everyone who has played with mods had all their saves break. I don't think they would do that to us. So I do think we'll see the imp UI mod get updated. If not on the day 1, it might be coming very shortly after, because yeah, it'd be chaotic to say the least if that didn't end up working out properly. But yeah, I think there's good things coming in terms of how mods will work. Previously they've covered they have 3 different updates on the stress test that they've fixed a whole bunch of issues, and even issues around modding too. So I think they have everything covered as far as this goes. A lot of the bugs in the game that were bothersome to me, like the Shar elevator, is getting fixed, so that is amazing to see. But yeah, they're going with a lot of different fixes here, and I'm excited to see this all happen with all the 12 new subclasses, crossplay, Series S getting split screen, which is actually kind of crazy for those that play on Xbox, because split screen does require a lot of intensive programming to make it work properly on systems that aren't as high specs. But yeah, that's amazing to see. So I think mods will work. We'll wait and see, I guess, what happens there, but it seems like things are in good hands. Another thing that's kind of interesting is in the patch 8 stress test. Oh, never mind. So say I was able to get my companions to not stay at where they normally stand. That worked briefly. But yeah, I'm really excited for Nimbus, the Shadow Sorcerer's dog. It's such a fun way to play. So basically it attacks and it'll apply an omen on a target, which you use that elemental damage type to regain sorcery points. This one uses 3 sorcery points to summon in, and every time it gets attacked with non-radiant damage, it'll splinter off into a second dog, and those dogs can also splinter off into more dogs. And if you keep them healed, you can have a whole dog army, which I think is amazing. Now it only has 42 health. It's not super strong, but the splinter shadow is super fun to play around with. And the splinter dogs will also use their umbral tangle, which can trap enemies for 3 turns. So they're very useful. You want to use yours to do the ominous bite so that you can continually regain sorcery points. It also makes the shadow sorcerer kind of interesting because you want to use multiple elemental damage types on this, because sometimes it'll be piercing, sometimes it'll be acid, sometimes it'll be cold, lightning, fire, you name it. So this just opens up some very unique ways to play the game. Kind of RNG, obviously, what's going to apply to the dog, but I also like with the Shadow Sorcerer, you get a bunch of fun abilities, like you can create a special version of darkness using the Eyes of Darkness there. So with that, you can see in darkness and cast spells from it. As someone that really enjoys darkness, this is an amazing subclass and a whole lot of fun to play. Another subclass that I find extremely fun to play, it's not as overpowered as the Open Hand Monk, but the Way of the Drunken Master with its drunken techniques, this is one of the most unique ways to play, because you actually get benefits from drinking alcohol, and also by applying your drunken strikes there, which have one of the coolest attack animations in the game. I think this is a fun to play class, and actually a lot of the classes that got added to the game are a lot of fun. They may not be the most overpowered. The most overpowered class in the game are still like the Sword Bard, the Draconic Sorcerer, the Tempest Cleric, Open Hand Monk. Like, none of these really can compete with how overpowered those can be, but they're fun, and that's what's important. My favorite part being the attack animations for these. So if you're doing the Intoxicating Strike, you literally throw a bottle up and punch it right in the Gale's face like that, and it's hilarious. But also when you select it, your character goes around like the Rock Lee from Naruto. It's amazing. So whenever you apply the Drunken stats, you can build up your life of the party, giving you additional armor class and plus bonuses to attack rolls, which is fun. And then you can also do the Sobering Realization to remove their drunkenness. It's a lot of fun. You also regain your key points upon drinking alcohol. So for someone that wants to do something like a mixture of, you know, role playing but also fun, this one is definitely there. Because yeah, it actually makes it so that alcohol, if you have some in your inventory, has a use, because it'll recover half of your key points. I think that that's really cool in itself. And everybody knows about the Hexblade Warlock. This one's cool because for a single level dip, you can make it so that you use charisma for your attack rolls, which is massive, because there's things like the Bard, there's things like the Sorcerer, the Paladin that all use charisma and can benefit from this. So very unique subclass for a single level dip. This is nice too, because I really enjoy Paladin. Going to a level 11 Paladin makes you get divine or radiant damage on all your main attacks. So a level 11 Paladin multiclass and 1 level of Hexblade, it opens up new multiclass. I know the Hexadin or the Lockadin is a very popular subclass combination, and this is even better because the Hexblade works even better with that, and it gives you the shield spell, which is super useful, because if you're a Paladin, you can use your level 1 Paladin spell slots to use shield, which will increase your armor class by 5, making you very tanky. And the Oath of the Crown Paladin is very tanky itself. So yeah, if we got ourselves a true tank in the game, I really do like the Hexblade Warlock for a variety of reasons. Also, level 6, you can raise a Cursed Spectre whenever you're attacking and take out a target that has your Hexblade's curse. Another class that I think is amazing is the Blade Singing Wizard. Now with the Blade Singing Wizard, you get yourself the Blade Song, which increases your armor class, increases your movement speed, and gives you some of the coolest attack animations in the game. Alongside the Drunken Monk, we got a lot of really cool looking attack appearances here. So we can invoke the Blade Song here, which will give us these nice buffs, and then we cast our spells using our sword, which I think is awesome. So whenever we go to do a weapon attack, the attack animations are so cool. You do that little leg kick. I love this. I think this is just so nice to see. And then also whenever we cast spells, we cast them with our sword, so that's really cool too. In terms of style points, they went off with this new patch, so I'm really excited to play a Blade Singing Wizard in patch 8. Another one that's popular, not really the most powerful, is the Swashbuckler, so which gives you the Rakish Audacity, giving you bonus to your initiative rolls, scales with the rogue level. And you can also, if you do an attack, you can run away, not getting hit with opportunity attacks. But the big thing is you get pocket sand. So you got the Dirty Trick Sand Toss. You can throw dirt in their eye like Tobey Maguire. We also get a bonus action version of Vicious Mockery and a Flick of the Wrist, which is actually really strong. This is a bonus action using weapon damage, and you flick a weapon at them, possibly disarming them, which you can then go ahead and pick up their weapon. So this is a fun subclass because it makes the rogue a little different. It's, again, not super overpowered. The rogue itself is probably the weakest class in the game, just because it doesn't get the extra attacks, but yeah, it's really cool to be able to go ahead with this and then flick it and remove their weapon. So you can see there, they saved not, or save failed, but you can literally just go ahead, unarm them, or you can throw your pocket sand at them, and it literally, you pull it from your pocket. I can't throw it at Karlach there, so pocket sand. Yeah, it's cool. I'm a big fan of any of these classes that got fun new abilities. They don't have to be overpowered, but Larry did a lot of good with these. So my top 3 new subclasses added to the game. Shadow Sorcerer, just can't beat that good new dog. And then also the Blade Singing Wizard is a lot of fun too. Cool attack animations, and it's, I think, one of the better wizard subclasses. It's the most straightforward in terms of what it can do. And the Giant Barbarian, which allows you to go huge, and also it's an interesting throwing build. So I want to show off the Giant Barbarian because it's really, really fun. So you got the Giant's Rage there, which will make yourself large and in charge. And then on top of that, you also get the Elemental Cleaver. So what this will do is it makes your weapon get the thrown property. So you can actually use, for the first time, actual great swords to do a decent bit of damage. So you apply the Elemental Cleaver, you can choose an elemental damage type, which I like the cold one for this reason here. I've talked about this. You can go ahead, throw your weapon, and if you have the Snowburst Ring, which is one of my favorite items in the game, it creates ice surfaces below the enemies. So what you'll do is you'll throw your sword at them, and it looks kind of funny with the animations there, but you go ahead, throw your sword, and it'll create an ice patch below them. So that is fun in itself, but my favorite thing is the Mighty Impel, which I'll show you as the coolest animation in the game. So now what we can do is use our Mighty Impel, and when you see a target that you don't like, you can grab them, and you can throw them to their death. And the attack animation is hilarious. So you do a friggin' suplex and throw them away. I love that. So yeah, this is like peak fun. I'm gonna have an absolute blast turning large and literally picking people up and tossing them around. So yeah, you can go whoop, see you later. I have a blast with this. Whoa, camera went all wonky there, but yeah, you get the idea. This Mighty Impel is hilarious. You also get the Boot of the Giants, which gives a "this is Sparta" kick, but Mighty Impel is just a lot of fun. So whoop, we'll throw this guy away as well. The animations for this are just so funny. Boom. I don't know why I was glitching out like that. It threw him twice. Perfect. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with this, and I'm sure you will too once this finally comes out on Tuesday, April 15th. Super excited. Can't wait to start another playthrough here. I'll be doing some more types of content, so let me know what you want to see next once patch 8 drops. Hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all in the next one.